What's up, guys? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really thrown off right now because I can't see myself, and usually I can. So this is a fan-geared network that you're watching right now. We got a very special...
You're really thrown off.
We got a very special spoiler cast for you. Today we're talking about none other than my favorite game series ever. Fire Emblem, Fates, Conquest, and... Or...
Birthright.
Or... What's the other one? I don't even know. Well, the like DLC.
It's like Revelation or something.
Yeah.
And it is out, but we haven't played it at all.
Don't you have to have played both of them? Or isn't that what's advised?
Oh, yeah, no. You don't play it until you beat both.
Yeah. You have to beat both and then play Revelations.
Right.
So no one will play that for probably another year if they're playing the game right.
Yeah. So what we are doing is I am playing Birthright and he's playing Conquest.
Yeah.
We're going to only spoil the first 5 chapters of this game because they're the same in both.
Yes. Oh, by the way...
after that is when the stories branch.
Joshua Vasquez. Thanks, Tommy.
And we are very excited to be playing these games again. Quick backstory, we've talked about this a lot on the podcast before, but Joey's the Fire Emblem guy.
Sure.
He's not big on the video games, but when he is, usually it's Fire Emblem.
Yeah. Okay, so just briefly, obviously we played most of the games, or pretty much all of them. And
First experience was with Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance.
I don't even remember which, because there was so
many. There was one with Lynn and Elwood.
Well, no, we played the one with Hector and
Lynn
Marth.
No.
Before that.
No, that one never was released in America.
I've definitely played one with Marth and Hector.
It looks like him.
They all look like him. They all got the
yeah.
But, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The first one in America was Fire Emblem, which is actually like the 4th or 5th one in Japan. And that's the one with Lynn and Elwood and all of those people.
Yeah, they're great games. But this most recent... or not the most recent now, but right before that, Fire Emblem Awakening
really awakened the franchise, if you will, because that was supposed to be the last game.
And clearly it's not.
And it did so well.
Fuck that it is not. Excuse my language.
That was definitely my favorite game of 2012.
Absolutely.
Was 2012 the year?
I believe so. It was 2012, 2013. That was my first year of college, so yes. And now in my last year, I'm playing this one.
Wow, it's like you awakened into college, and now you're conquesting college, and rebirthing into an adult in the real world, and then you will reveal that life outside of school sucks. I have to join the real world to be an adult now. Pay for all my own things.
You know what? I think I'm gonna head out. Can you just finish this up?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm just gonna jump out the window.
Second story, no.
Anyway,
you probably break your leg at worst.
Yeah. Minor inconvenience. Yeah. So that game was amazing. It changed up the entire format. It showed us that there's a lot more to these games. It's
like, hey, we don't only have to kill people. We can also love each other and make babies.
Absolutely. I think it boosted Fire Emblem into the mainstream here in America.
A little bit.
I think.
Yeah.
Definitely got a lot more people talking about it.
It's definitely still a pretty niche genre and game.
Yeah, but most people know about it, and mostly through Smash Bros.
Yeah.
But they've, you've always had the classic characters. Your who is it? Roy and Marth were always in it. But then you started getting the newer ones.
Ike, and now we've got Robin and Lucina, and now finally, from the new game, Corrin. Who is not only badass in Fire Emblem, but my new favorite person to play as in Smash Bros.
This is what bothers me. I believe in one of the other games, there was a Corrin, and he was a mage. It may have been the Wii one.
Well, there's an Elise in the new game.
Oh. Anyway.
And that's what the place was called. That's where they lived.
Oh.
Elise. In Awakening.
Yeah, see, I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway. Should we just get right into it?
We're going to now start talking about the game.
Let's
get right into it.
What do you say, guys?
All right, so first 5 chapters is all we're talking about.
Yes.
No spoilers beyond that, but we are spoiling the first 5 chapters. Yeah. So you start out the game in a dream sequence of
you being taken by the other.
Yeah.
Or not be taken, but you're talking with the other.
You're with
your
the
enemies.
Nor.
Yes, the Nor.
And which are the conquest side, the bad guys, if you will. Not the bad guys necessarily, but their ideals are based more on conquest and inciting war, and their ideals are through means of war. Yeah. And the Hoshido, which is on the birthright side. Their ideals are more based on like we fight for peace, and the end goal is for peace, and we're not one to like turn a blind eye to those in need, stuff like that.
But you still have radicals on both sides,
right?
So there's no.
It's not cut and dry good and evil.
Yeah, I mean, which
is I think very important, because in one of the games all you can do is be on the bad side, and the other one all you can do is be on the good side. So, but the first 5 chapters for both games are the same, and you start in the dream sequence where you are on the north side, and the Hoshidos come and they're trying to take you away from Nor, and then you're like, you wake up from the dream and you're in this. You say, I just had a terrible dream. The Hoshidos are trying to take me away. Yeah. Well, you soon find out that Corin, or whatever you decided to name your character, Joey. What's yours name?
Joey.
Mine's
This is Josh. I saw it on the screenshot.
Yeah. So you are with the Nor family.
Yeah.
That's where you've been for your whole life. But your father, if you will, the king of the Nor, keeps you locked in the castle. He never lets you leave.
Doesn't let you leave.
But you are being trained.
Yeah, and you're like basically like when you start out, it's your like final test before you can leave. That's like your first.
Right.
The first level. And then, so do we want to just talk story first and then get into gameplay? How do you want to do this?
Let's get into mission 1.
Which one was that again?
Okay, so your Nor father believes that you are ready for a challenge.
Oh,
and so he puts you up against 2 prisoners.
Yes, captured from the
Hoshido clan, if you will. Sure. And you fight them, and you're
supposed to kill them.
And you don't.
But at the end, you're like, no, we don't have to kill them.
Yeah.
And the king's like, kill them or else you will be killed. And you say, nah.
Not doing it.
And then one of your brothers, or maybe your sister, does some magic tricks, pretends that they're dead.
Yeah.
Gets you out of there.
Gets you out of it.
But your daddy's mad. He's
mad. And so what he decides to do in his anger is send you out on a mission.
Yes.
Which, of course, you've never left the castle.
Right.
So you're like, oh, heck yeah, I'm taking this mission. I'm not only going to redeem myself, but also I'm going to be able to be out in the outside world.
Just a simple scouting mission.
Yeah.
No, no tricks.
Yeah.
No games.
Yeah. So he gives you a special sword.
Sure.
For which to complete your task, and he sends you out to the bottomless pit of death.
Of hell. Yeah.
Into hell.
So basically, you get there. There are troops there, Hoshido troops. You're surrounded. You have to fight them, and then you get saved by.
Well, you have to fight them, and you're saying, but when you see that they're there, they say, "Oh, this isn't supposed to be like we're not supposed to start conflict. It wasn't supposed to be. There weren't supposed to be people here. We should turn back and report." But there was a seed planted, a trap, if you will, by the Nor king.
In the pirate dude.
Yeah, he's a rehabilitated
prisoner
who is actually working for the Nor king.
Yeah.
Who starts the battle. He's like, fuck it, I'm going rogue, and starts attacking, and then they're like, shit, like now we're in battle. So you only have 4 units against all theirs.
Yeah.
It is pretty easy to complete. You can't stop him from dying. He goes rogue up on the top.
Yeah, and he just leaves.
And eventually ends up getting overrun and then running away.
But then he comes back.
And then at the end he comes back after you finish that mission. And he's like, I have to kill you. This is what I'm supposed to do or whatever. Like, so you just find out that the Nor king set you up to die here, basically. Or to get captured. And so the guy tries to kill you, but you are then revealed to be the Dragonborn.
Yeah, wait, no, not yet.
Yeah, your head turns and you attack him.
Oh, because he gets mad because he kills the dude, yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just the sword, just the hand.
Oh, yeah, it's just the hand. I thought it was just his head, but yeah, it's just the hand.
That's later.
And then
you find out that one of your close friends is also a dragon.
Yeah.
Takes you to the dragon world. And then you decide to... Wait, is that when you... Oh, then he gets captured. What happens next? I don't remember.
And then, you get captured by the Hoshido.
Yeah.
And they bring you back. And then that's when they tell you, you are our rightful son or daughter.
And you were taken from us.
Yeah, you were taken from us by the Nor.
The Nor King. And...
Yeah, it all kind of starts to come back and make sense to you a little bit, but you're not really sure. And then you have a few days to process, and then your mother takes you and all the kids out on a nice family day, and she's going to announce you to everyone. This is my son. He's returned from the Nor, and then the true plan from the Nors is revealed.
Yeah.
Your sword... turns out to be a trap weapon. It goes crazy, and this hooded figure comes out from the crowd and kills your mom. Strikes her dead.
Yep, and then starts one of the most difficult levels.
Very hard. So
okay. Oh, by the way, we're playing this on Lunatic, which is the hardest difficulty. And if you're an experienced player,
Lunatic Classic mode.
Start on Lunatic because it'll tell you later. You can't change the difficulty until after the first 5, but it'll tell you can't go up in difficulty. You can only go down. Yeah. So start at the highest. Trust me, it's difficult, but it's possible, and it'll be more rewarding for you.
Yeah. So Lunatic. So we sent each other screenshots when we were playing this chapter 4. He sent me one, and he was like, "No, it's chapter 4."
Oh, maybe it was 4.
He sent me this a screenshot from when he finally beat it, and he was like, "This level is ridiculously hard for me to beat with all of my characters left because if you're not familiar, permadeath was popularized by this series where if one of your characters dies in battle, they never coming back.
And that's the true way to play it. You gotta play it that way. Don't play with like the what is it, or they come back the next turn.
Phoenix mode.
That's bullshit.
It's a new Phoenix mode that's new to this.
But isn't there one that do they just come back at a later, like at the next stage if they die?
Yeah, that's if you just turn permadeath off.
Yeah. See, don't even play like that. I play with if you die, you're done.
Yeah, we're playing literally the hardest possible settings, Lunatic Classic mode, so that's with permadeath on and on the hardest difficulty.
And we're playing it to not lose anyone. So,
like restarting.
So you got to restart if someone dies. And it's fucking...
So he sends me this screenshot that says, ridiculously hard for me to beat this without like losing any characters.
Yeah.
And I look at the image and it was like chapter 4 and was like 149 turns.
Yeah, like a ridiculous.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over what your strategy was in a second because I want to say mine too.
Yeah, yours was different, I think.
So I had been on. How long were you playing that one level?
It took me 48 hours.
48 hours.
Like a full and playing it like a lot.
Yeah.
Like just.
It took me about a day and a half to beat it, and it was to not lose anyone. It was so hard. I could not believe it. Now, there is your brother who can die. Like.
Yeah.
It's fine if he does, and it's almost impossible. It is impossible to not lose him.
Actually, I mean, I never figured it out because it is a true percentage. He has a 55% chance to hit, and the other guy has a 70-something.
Yeah.
And he's got like, because I played it so many times.
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point where he got the hooded dude down
to like 3%, 3 HP.
I think it's down to 3. So I don't know, maybe, but you have to get really lucky.
Yeah.
I don't even know like what happens at that point. Then he goes and starts killing everybody else, or
I don't know. Yeah, but I hate when he's there because in the chapter
previous,
it
keeps slowing you down, right?
And he's taking all the XP. He kills all the guys.
Oh, and the one before.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's why that level is so hard.
Yeah.
So it took you 149 turns. Took me like 44 turns.
Yeah, we had different strategies.
Okay, so go over your strategy.
Okay, so first...
Excuse me.
First, I just use me. to in dragon form.
Because you are a dragon form at this point.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention that after your mother dies, you go full on rage, turn into the full dragon.
Harness the power of the ancient dragons. Crazy.
Yeah.
So then your dragon form, I kill off the first 4 dudes with just him.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And then you're at a point where you can just kind of
lay low.
Yeah, lay low. So then I did the sing strategy and boosted
Azra,
her level up to 18. But it was important because this is what kind of screws you. Her, like, obviously the leveling is different each time you do it. You know, she gets different stats.
Right.
So I needed her HP.
Yeah.
And attacking, I think. Because I needed her to be able to kill a couple guys on her. And her defense and resistance was always pretty high, I think. Or maybe it was just the resistance. But I think that was okay. But I was hoping for the health was the biggest thing. And then, once I got her up, my strategy was to split the enemies behind the rock thing.
Right.
There's like a thing in the middle. So I sent just her by herself. And you have to do this at the same time. Her on one side, move into position so that they can attack. And then on the other side, I used... one of the other dudes. The guy.
Kaze.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name is.
The thief. Or the ninja.
Yeah, I think so. And I put with him the other girl, to boost his defense, I believe.
Yeah.
And I did that because the Wormslayer would have killed me. I believe that's how I ended up doing it. I'm not positive, but
so basically all the enemies in this level were equipped to take on a dragon.
Yeah, with the thunder and
the Wormslayers.
So, but that's the biggest thing. Once you're going around the right side, you have to kill those 2 Wormslayers, and like that's the big thing.
Yeah, and there's the paired ones too, and those ones are ridiculously hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you like literally can't even kill one until you kill the other one. Yeah,
so like it literally took me. I had to figure out how to, like, which ones I was supposed to kill in which order, so that because the healer that you have. She kept dying for me. That's what did it. And I didn't want her to, so I had to restart it. And I couldn't figure out how to get her out of the way so that she wouldn't be killed. And then I figured it out. I don't remember exactly how, but it took a long time.
Yeah. So we actually did have pretty similar strategies, actually.
But so you just didn't power up?
Yeah, I leveled up Azra to like. I think level like 9.
Oh, so you just didn't do like a full... Okay.
Like level 8 or 9. And then I got from one of the guys to the left when you first start, you get the tunic, which ups your HP for that turn.
See, I didn't want to use them.
Yeah, no, I don't... Well, it's only for the one battle.
Yeah.
So it's not like the permanent ones.
Right.
Those ones I like to keep. But I used that...
I figured that you had to use those.
Yeah, so I used that on my bait, right?
Right.
So that I could send him out, have them attack him, but he wouldn't die. And then just have everybody right there for me to come in, kill off 2 with my own dragon self using Azura's singing. And then I paired up Kaze and the other woman, the one that has the club. I forget her name. I paired them up to kill off another one. Them 2 together, they work really well, and he's really strong with his
like
shurikens
things. Yeah.
And so that killed off 3 of the 4, and then used the healer to heal him back up. So that was basically safe for the next turn, and then I could easily just come in again with Josh, kill the one, and then go up to the boss.
But then. You were freaking there.
Oh my god! I sent him the picture. I was like,
you had it.
I missed with my guy who was right next to him. I was like, he's gonna attack me the next turn.
Why did you not heal?
I just went straight up.
You gotta see. I
thought I had it won. I was like, I'm so ready to be done with this level.
You gotta like. You can't go into those battles without being fully healed, especially with. I mean, see, because the thing is, like, I try to like I'm a seasoned Vet. This is my one claim to fame here. And I I know that when you're playing at this level, you need to take advantage of every opportunity, and part of that is using stabbed units as much as you can, because it's really hard to get them experience.
Right.
So you like every time you're.
If you've got 1 HP down,
you need to
heal because you're still going to get 20 experience.
Right. Exactly.
No matter how much it is.
I'll do that. So anyway, what did I want to get into? So and then after this level is where you split off.
Yeah. So then you go into the 5th one, and that is where you're with the Hoshido and you're fighting the Nor. Right. Is that what you're doing, or is it?
Yeah. When you fight because it's the one where you have to kill 4 units, I believe. Yeah,
it's something like that. And then at the end of that,
but I was fighting. Wait, no, are the good guys?
At the end of chapter 5, you're given the choice. Yeah. Where if you got the special edition bundle, that choice actually matters.
you have the option to choose either one, at that point.
Right, but did you try to choose?
Yeah, you can't because
it literally says
the
there's
data's not on.
Yeah,
on the file.
But if you got the special edition version, you get the one cartridge that has both games in it.
But see, I would. Wait, but so could you? But I can still add the data to mine later, right? If I get the second game,
it doesn't matter.
No, right. It's not like I'm using the same character or anything like that. But yeah you have the choice. But I was actually really because I didn't realize at first that I could only choose one. Yeah. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You're going to make me choose this?
Yeah.
But, okay, so you choose whether to go back home to your not real home, I guess.
To the Nor.
To Nor.
That's
Conquest.
What you can do in Conquest. Or then stay with the Hoshido.
Which is Birthright.
Birthright.
Yeah. So, I think this was the perfect way to do this.
Yeah.
Because then it's not just like...
It's and there are a lot of people who will say, like, why didn't they just make all of them the one cartridge? Like, why wasn't it just one game?
Because it's two completely different games.
Very different game, and they're both huge. Like, you're not getting ripped off by buying both.
No, well, because not only are they completely different storylines,
they're full games,
but the gameplay
are different,
and what you have to do with each side is is very different.
Yeah, aside from those first 5 levels that we just talked about, the games are completely different.
Right.
So to finish things off, Birthright plays a lot like Awakening.
Right. And actually, when you clicked on, what did it tell you when you clicked on choosing Birthright? Did it say this game is
just said there's no data.
Relationships and?
Oh yeah.
See, mine was like, oh, this one's focused on strategy and like basically. See, this is the coolest thing. You're not only like the path you're following and what you have to do in the game is what that nation that you sided with typically does.
Right.
So you're playing as that nation.
Yeah. So with Birthright, it's a lot like Awakening. You can focus on building the relationships between the characters, and it's still very strategic and tactical. But all of the things are the same. All of the objectives are rout the enemy, or like claim the throne or whatever.
Right.
Which is how it's been in basically every other Fire Emblem game. And then for Conquest, it's different.
Yeah. It's more, and I mean, some of them, I mean, you still get a route the enemy.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, I've been playing this game for a week. I haven't played as much as I wanted to, but I'm only on chapter 7.
I'm on 10, and I've been on 10 for the past couple days.
It's like...
It's very hard.
It's literally, when you're playing this game on Lunatic, it's down to a point where there are specific spaces that you have to put your characters... And not only are you thinking about that level, but you have to think about the future because there's limited experience.
Yeah.
In Conquest, at least. You're not going to have those relationships as high as you want, which is like, boosted levels and things like that. There's limited like weapons and things like that. Just a lot of stuff that makes it a lot more difficult. So you you really need to be thinking about the future when you're playing each level.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love it.
Yeah. The game's very it's kicking my ass. It's been But it's been very fun.
No, it's fun. The story's great, and it's different. It's different enough, even from Awakening, where I'm like, okay, I'm getting a completely different experience from this.
Yeah, well, and also, first game, as far as I know, this is not a descendant of Marth.
Yeah, I don't...
Or at least there hasn't been
there hasn't been any...
Yeah, but you're not playing as someone from the kingdom that's from the descendant of Marth, which usually you are.
That's true. Oh, that'd be... Okay, well, see.
It's going to come up.
Don't ever trust the makers of Fire Emblem, because they will pull it out.
I'm sure it's going to come up, but this is the first time we haven't started with it or had them in our party from the beginning. We're like always, like with Crom and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have another question. Is this also the first game where the weapons don't decrease, they don't break? I haven't come across... I mean, the staves do, but I haven't seen any regular weapons that break yet.
Do they break?
Maybe ones that you buy, and maybe I just haven't bought from the thing yet.
Yeah, I've bought... talk briefly about your treehouse.
Yeah, you have a cool...
Every time his back was sticking to the wood of the chair.
You have this like base camp.
It's just really cool.
Where you like
it's essentially like your hub, like
you
can do everything
that you can build up, and you have your partner, your dragon partner that you have to you can level up, and
you can feed. Yeah, you feed it.
Right, and you you can buy weapons from, or you set up the actual...
You have to build the actual armory, or you have to build the staff shop, or you have to build the lottery place, and the... I don't know if you've gotten this far, but I've built my arena, my prison...
Okay, no. Okay. But I will ask you this. What's the first thing you built?
First thing I built was the armory.
You built the armory?
Yeah.
I see. I want the staves.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well,
because they're always running low on...
I built the armory, and then the next one I was able to build, I had enough to build everything on that list.
Oh, really?
And then it replenishes after a couple days.
I see.
Or not replenishes, but new things become available.
Right.
So that's really cool. I really like... it's really cool. Did you build the rec room or whatever? The mess room where you can cook?
No. Because there's like the farm thing where you can get the... Like once a day you can pick food from...
You can get like fish or something, yeah. We have a pond.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Or maybe it's a farm in Conquest and a pond in Birthright.
I don't.
Because you can get a fish every day.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so you can get that, and you can get other foods too. Like if you go and talk to the people around your camp, they'll have like a potato or something like that.
Right.
And then you can go to the mess room, which is and every day a different person is working at every different shop. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, because I've only been there once.
Oh,
on
really?
The level where
so every day in every single thing that you build, a different person in your party is working there, and and this it has certain properties for the other places as well, but mostly for the mess room because it's that person's cooking. It's they'll add like their personal flair personality to the dish you want them to make. Oh, yeah. So like for example, I had one of my mages in there, and I was like, "Oh, cook this fish," and she was like, "Oh, this needs like some magic," and then she'll go over, and then you'll hear like all the ruckus of the cooking or whatever, and then she'll come back, and then whatever you make, you can say, "Feed this to your party right now," and it'll and it feeds your party, and they'll get certain stat boosts for the next battle.
Oh.
So depending on who makes it, they get that kind of stat boost.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Final thoughts. I love it.
This is a great game already.
I already know it's going to be one of my favorites this year.
Yeah, I can't wait to get deeper into it, and I know there's going to be so much more things that just it's going to change, and who knows, maybe we'll do another video about that stuff down
once
the
we
line.
both finish all three.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a while.
It's going to be a while.
But yeah, definitely pick up this game. Play the other ones if you haven't. They're all unique and very enjoyable.
One last question before we go. Joey, when's the last time you paid for one of these games? We'll see you next week.